My first time listening to Vultures, I was visiting my hometown of Austin, Texas.
Okay.
And the first person I was going to see was my dear friend Jordan. We've been friends over a decade and a half. We were roommates, fraternity brothers, all that. Like, I know this man very well. And he's the only person I know who cares about music more than me. And when he told me he had heard the new Vultures album before me, we're talking about the first one, I could just tell by his tone over the phone that, like, something was off. Like, he didn't tell me that anything particularly was wrong, but it's like, I literally just thought of this. You know how, like, when you're a teenager, you're like or like even younger than that, and somebody asks you a question and your lack of answer immediately gives them the answer? Like, when I was 11, I can't believe, we used to just lie about the dumbest stuff when we were kids. When I was like 12 years old, I hadn't had my first kiss yet.
Loser.
So, like, naturally I felt like I had to lie about it. Somebody was like, yo, you've kissed a girl, right? And I was like, yeah, of course. And they're like, when did you kiss him? And I was like, fucking liar. Just immediately, like, I didn't even get a chance to answer. And they were like, yeah, you don't even remember when it happened. Like, it's supposed to be the most monumental thing of your life so far, and you have no recollection of it. Like, you're clearly capping. So, you know, it was kind of like one of those. So I asked my dear friend and music connoisseur, Jordan, what he thought about the Vultures album. And he said, I'm going to stop you right there. You know what? Don't tell me anything. We'll just listen to it together. That's what I want us to try and do today. I don't think we're going to go through the entire album, every single song, listen to every bit of it. It will be like a 3-hour show. But I don't want to tell you how to feel about it.
Sure.
I just want you to experience some of this with me. And you tell me if this sounds like the same guy that made My Beautiful Dark Twisted Fantasy, The Life of Pablo, Graduation, because I don't know who's responsible for this, but
it was one of the worst performances I've seen in my life. I couldn't sleep.
Derapy. You know what? We're just going to listen to Vultures, honestly, and I'm just going to cut in where I feel like it and give commentary where I want to, and I'll let you know where the album lost me. Spoiler alert, I didn't like the album.
What? That's what the title's about.
You know what? We're not going to go through every song, but this one's kind of short, so we're pretty much going to listen to the whole thing. When I first heard this instrumental come in, I was like, we're about to experience magic.
You already know what I'm on. Tell them don't wait up for me. Pulling up drop top Porsche.
I'm not going to hold you. As soon as I heard pulling up drop top Porsche, I looked over at Jordan and I was like, oh, so this is it, huh?
Just that glory. I'ma come through and just black out. Just black out. Keep a few Jews on the staff now.
Keep a few Jews on the staff now. Yeah, that, I'm telling you, man. I'm telling you. About not even a minute into the album, I had my head in my hands. I'm just trying to be honest.
And he wasn't praying.
I cash out. We finna go where the stars at. And beyond that, this that rip up the contract. Fuck all that. I ain't gotta ask nobody. Plug top, shawty. If she wanna back it up for me, I'ma play about that shorty. 10 rocks in the morning. Plug top shorty. If she wanna back it up for me, I'ma play back down shorty. 10 rocks in the morning.
This is how I like to consume albums, okay? I think about it like in a very concrete black and white way. When it comes to the tracks that I enjoy, it's either a hit or a miss. And after listening to this first track, I was like,
miss.
I see a little bit of the vision. I like the idea. The instrumental is solid. Ty Dolla $ign, I don't know if it's the way that it's mixed, but like sometimes on Ty Dolla $ign's own songs, I can kind of make out what he's saying. I'm looking at Genius right now on my other laptop.
Ooh, I have 2 laptops.
And I'm like, oh, I never really even knew these lyrics. All I'm trying to say is this first song for me didn't do anything for me. But at this point, I was like, I'm still open, you know? Let's move on to the second song.
Slow down, you on your way to an overdose. Plus these texts getting way too emotional. Way too much time alone. Told the guys, you know I'm headed home. I got a trauma bond. Look at what I stumbled on. Another nigga chilling on your couch with pajamas on. Thought I was the only one. say you have a nigga in your house eating Papa John.
Okay, so I feel like a little bit of a darker tone to the album. It feels like this song, he's very clearly talking about a relationship that he used to be in. He might be referring to Kim Kardashian. He's talking about somebody chilling on his couch. But like, it just feels like the delivery so far is a little bit uninspired, and also like you gotta do it in your house eating Papa John's. He got pajamas on. I'm headed home. It's a trauma bond. Rhymes are all right. Rhyme scheme is cool. I just need a little bit more punch. And these texts getting way too emotional.
Yeah, because the texts are emotional, but like emojis.
Man, shut the fuck up.
Where you get that money from? Looking at how far we come, I bought your first Passerone. Guess we had an awesome run. Ever since I lost my mom, you was like my foster mom. Hold me like your only son.
This is kind of sweet, actually.
Hold me like the homies in the shy when they hold their guns. Hold me like a trophy in the sky when they know they won. Wasn't it always this way? Wasn't it always this way? Putting it all on display. Using up all your sick days.
Okay, time out. Usually when Ty Dolla $ign comes in, it's like the better part of the song, in my opinion. Like his harmonies, his natural vocal talent is very impressive to me, just generally speaking. But the way that Kanye was on like a good run here, like I'm looking at these lyrics and I actually see, dare I say it, a little bit of depth, a little bit of emotion, like a little bit of vulnerability. I lost my mom. You were like my foster mom. Hold me like the homies in the shy when they hold their gun. Hold me like a trophy in the sky when they know they won. These are good lyrics. Like this was a good song, and then for some reason I guess we just had to get a little, like, because it's a collab album. Oh, we got to throw Ty in here and mess up the beat. Like I was trying to get invested here. It's almost like Kanye's just getting in his own way. I feel like this is not going to be the only example of this.
Couldn't it all be so simple? I could have used the last part for the intro. How it sound when you got Yeezy over Timbo from Uptown, but now she rocking Yeezys over Timbos. Like you don't see me beating on your window, like Chief Keef in the kitchen with the beaties and the endo. But that was me when I was burning CDs from my friends though. Now I can't just take it on the chin like Jay Leno.
All right, okay. I gotta pause it right here because when I was listening to this for the first time, this is also where I paused it. Can we just, like, do we have to talk about like what makes rap cool? And then explain, like, backwards explain why some Kanye bars are completely useless to me. Take it on the chin like Jay Leno works approximately one way. People say take it on the chin because, you know, like a punch. And Jay Leno just has a big chin. But it's not like Jay Leno was taking something on the chin like a relative to the time that Kanye was. It's just kind of like, hey, you know how this guy has this thing? Well, I'm mentioning this thing that has to do with this guy. I'm not impressed by it. I find it to be lazy. And I just feel like Kanye is better than that. Like, is this nitpicking or is this just me expecting more from like a 27-time Grammy Award winning artist? I don't know.
Now everybody want the info. These bitches want the pin code. These niggas swear we kinfolk. In a Benzie with a Genzy getting gentle. If I gotta pay for it, I'ma drive it like a rental. You already know my MO. Is you ready for the Venmo? You already know my demo. You already know I'm impulsive. And another baby is my end goal.
I hate the juxtaposition of being impulsive and then saying another baby is my end goal. But I mean, it makes sense because that's kind of Kanye's character. I think I'm just kind of bothered by the some of the corniness of these lines. There's the lazy Jay Leno bar, but then there's also the, like, mentioning Venmo to me is just kind of really a silly thing to do considering how much money Kanye has. And I just assume that there will be like financial transfers in like a more official manner, but who am I? Maybe that's a bit of a nitpick, but here's basically the way that I assess albums on the very first listen. Is this song good? Would I like to hear it again? Is there like something deeper about it? Is the beat really catchy? No and no. So we're 2 songs in. I don't really like either of them. And at this point, I'm like, it's not terrible, but I just don't really care. And I feel like I should. So let's try the 3rd song.
I'm just here to get paid. 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 I'm just here to...
Okay, listen. With a really repetitive hook like this, I would expect the actual verse to go really hard. Like, I actually expect kind of a faster flow from Kanye here. Like, honestly, if I had a beat like Paid and it was my job to come in, I would immediately come in like, hold on, give me like literally 3 minutes. I'm gonna write like something that I would rap right after the Paid.
I'm just here to get paid. I'm just here to get paid. I'm just here to get paid. I'm just here to get paid.
I am just here to be paid. I am just here to be laid. All of you niggas knew Vultures would drop. Why would you come out to play? Hey, speaking of play, my daughter named North because she's so up. You gonna get the estate. Do any of you niggas want fade? Me and Ty Dolla best duo, best fit since Wesley and Blade. I don't know. Something like that. I don't know. But here's how Kanye decided to actually come in and perform the first rap verse on Paid. Now, I'm gonna lie. I think it's decent.
I'm just here to get paid.
I got food in the misting. In the closet, 15.
This is the point in the album where I started to wonder to myself internally, like, am I being trolled? Is this actually the album? Like, is this really what we chose to put out? First album since Donda 3 years ago. Like, are we sure this is it?
Like flew past too fast.
Old stomach is the new ass. He can't afford you, that's too bad. Told her what you gonna do with a do-rag. But the lane, do you right down the face? You was up running place. You ain't running with the strays no more. Action. You don't have to put on. Yeah, I got that shit on. Give me something to spit on. Action. Stop talking.
Look, if you like the song, that's fine. I think you're wrong, but who am I? I'm just a guy that expected to hear good music. Now, at this point in the album, I just want to, in case you're keeping score at home, we're over 3. We have gone miss. We're going to listen to Talking, and we're going to see if we go over.
Can you shut the fuck up?
Over 4.
Just for a quick recap, Stars was okay, but it was really just an intro. So, like, I'm not going to go back and listen to that. Keys to My Life started out good, and then Ty Dolla $ign, shockingly, was the one to bring it down. Paid was just kind of a joke song. Ridiculous vocals, not good lyrics, unbelievably repetitive and monotone hook. And then we got Talking, which is just like a Northwest track. What are we doing? Like, I don't go into any album like looking forward to listening to mediocre music. And yet Kanye West, one of the all-time greats, has decided to do this. And let's at this point, I was like, I remember saying this the first time I heard it. If this next song isn't like good, like, it doesn't have to be the greatest song ever. If it's mid, I would be okay with it. And then we got Back to Me.
I fell in love with you. We fell in love with you. Guys like us just don't follow the fucking sky. And
I didn't know what this was a reference to when I first heard it, and I still don't know, and I don't want to know, because I don't feel like it's my responsibility to consume all of these outside references. I need to be up to date on these things in order to appreciate a good rap album. And I feel like not knowing the context of this is partially what ruined the song for me, but this is just my opinion. Let's actually listen to it and see if like we can come to some type of understanding as to why I find this song so detestable.
Let's keep zoning, let's keep floating, let's keep moaning. Girl, I know that it ain't over. In the morning, you'll be running back to me. Heart was broken, I am frozen, now you're glowing. This is more than just a moment. In the morning, you'll be running
this is shit that make rap niggas
For the record, I like Ty Dolla $ign's part there.
mad. Them think they cool niggas mad. Bad bitches more bad. You should've bought her more ass. Chilla at, tell me where we at. I put nerves on the map. Now this Urkel in your bitch. Did I do that?
Okay, listen. I wanted to cut the song off right here. I really did. Upon first listen, even right now, I am fighting the urge. Like, I don't want to do it anymore. Okay, I don't know if I'm triggered because when I was younger, people used to call me Steve Urkel.
You are a dork.
Little black kid rocking pie vocals. But I promise you, I'm just not having a good time. And I feel like I'm allowed to hear a song, decide that I don't like it early on, instead of having to wait and just hope and pray that things get better. I feel like that's just like a common cope for a lot of Kanye fans. They're like, oh, just wait until he fixes it later, or trust me, just keep listening, or oh, those 2 or 3 songs at the end of the album are good. What happened to just making fully good albums? Why should I have to keep waiting for things to get better? Like, this isn't a movie. This is a song that I can just hit pause on or just close the app. I just want to slam my laptop shut right now. But this is what I do for you people.
Beautiful naked big titty women just don't fall out of the sky, you know.
Sky, you know. Sky, you know. Them beautiful big titty but naked women just don't fall like the sky, you know. Tell me how you know. I've been searching high and low, and I can tell you one thing: beautiful big titty but naked women just don't fall like the sky, you know. Easy, how you doing, huh? Easy, how you doing, huh?
This shit is ass.
I don't want to do it anymore. It's not good.
And I can tell you one thing: beautiful big titty but naked women
Just don't fall out of the sky, you know.
I hate this more than Traffic.
Oh, for 5.
Not many artists have the luxury of beginning their album with 5 songs that go back to back to back to back to back. Either my daughter did this song, I thought it'd be fun to take my kid to work today, or I'm gonna have Ty Dolla $ign say that he's just here to get paid 45 times, or I'm gonna have some random snippet of some guy saying, beautiful big titty, but they get paid with it. Who is this for? Okay? Like, if you seriously think this is good music,
Don't isolate your audience. Be cordial. Be kind.
keep listening to my show, please. I mean, it's not going to get better, but like, I'm glad that you're here. Let's try hood rap. Let's try Do It.
Do it stay whack, do it smell fresh? Can I feel your douche through the latex? Just go round, stay wet. Can your homegirl watch? Can she go next? Need the lights on, tell her watch this. When I make you cream, I'ma talk shit. When you fuck back, when you got grip. Stick your tongue out when you get your spot hit. I just wanna know. All this money on the floor.
Why is this like the first normal sounding song? This just sounds like a normal Ty Dolla $ign song, like a song for the club, song for the girlies. Like, where has this been? Also, what is the theme of this album? Like, I have no idea what we're doing. Like, I understand that not every single album has to have a concept. Like, it's not like the Carter 4 really has like a central uniting theme. But with Vultures, you know, I kind of came up with this on my own. This is like what fans of artists do. Some call it coping. I was like, maybe the idea of vultures, like what does a vulture do? Like they pick at a carcass. Like when something is dead, then they come to take advantage of it. Like this is all full on just freestyling headcanon. Like the idea of vulture sounds cool on paper because some would think that because of Kanye's recent actions, his antics, some of the ridiculous things he's been saying, like maybe they thought he was dead and there were vultures that were coming to pick at him, take what little he had left, kick him while he was down. And this album was going to be him standing up for himself. But it's just a lot of buffoonery. Like I feel like I'm listening to a Lil Dicky album. It's full of jokes. But this song I actually like. And Kanye's verse, when we get to it, like I'm not going to be like, oh my God, it's a generational rap verse. But like there are some things that... there are some funny parts of this verse. We'll get to it.
Do it, baby, do it. Off that work, ice like a jacuzzi. In my back, call me 06 Gucci. What's happening? Tryna make a movie.
You don't like it, that's your loss. Your opinion don't change the show costs. Let me know what these hoes cost. I ain't finna pay the whole cost.
You don't like it, that's your loss. Your opinion don't change the show cost.
Bars?
What a great bar. Like, I actually feel like if this was the tone of pretty much the entire album, like people have all of these terrible opinions of me, deserved, but it's not changing the fact that people still want to hear the music. People still appreciate me for what I do for them as far as like my creative output, my talent, my performances. I feel like this could have been like a great thing to build on. I wish I would have heard this like in the first 5 or 6. Editor Derek, I don't know how many songs we are into this. I'm just trying to get through it.
7.
This would have been like a great theme for the album. And this next set of bars here, probably my favorite from the whole album up to this point. Because there are songs towards the end of this album that I'm going to be honest with you, I've never even heard before. So who knows? I'm not saying that these songs towards the end of the album are going to change my opinion of the album entirely. It's not like you can put out like 8 or 9 terrible songs and then the last 3, 4, or 5 are really good. They could be the best songs he's ever done. I'm cursed with knowledge from the future. And it just wouldn't matter at this point. Like, because as a body of work, the foundation is shoddy and not the fine kind.
If you don't shut your skin tone, chicken bone, Google Chrome, no home.
Throwing so much money, you gon' need an audit. God in me, so anything you want, I got it. Southside, do or die, Shot-Town, top 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Who am I? Yay, that's yay. Takes a whole 100K, Apple payday. If I show her where she work, I think she just might quit. I just bought my bitch a bitch.
We can stop the song right there. It's actually not going to get any better. It peaked.
I just bought my bitch a bitch.
The amount of times I have said this to myself walking around my apartment is ridiculous. It's not good. You should not refer to women this way. You shouldn't be buying people or bragging about hypothetically buying a person for another person or referring to them as the B word. I just think it's funny. Sue me. I don't care. First good song on the album. I actually like it. It's in my favorites. I listen to it a lot. Whatever. We're moving on. We're 1 for 7, by the way. Like, it's not good. Like, so far, it's not good.
Let me get my paper right. Then come out, let's play tonight. Let me get my paper right. Then come out, let's play tonight. Back on that for the paper.
Something about this bit made me think of Yeezus. If you know, you know.
Benjamin Frank, that's my neighbor. Deep in the night, let's get dangerous. We not the type to point fingers. She took the pipe, now she famous. It's plenty paper in rotation. Let's pick a private location. It's a no relation vacation. Went crazy, now let's go amazing. You can pick out your favorite purse. Bitch, better get your paperwork. Back on that for the paper.
I definitely feel like a Yeezus level beat switch coming. And Quavo is in this song, by the way, for some reason. I've never really heard somebody refer to getting their money up, like getting their financial situation in order. I've never heard somebody refer to that as paperwork in a rap song. So that's a pretty cool concept, I suppose. I haven't found anything terribly offensive about this song just yet. Let's just keep listening and see what happens.
Back on that for the paper.
Yep, it's Yeezus.
Back on that for the paper. Back on that for the paper. Back on that for the paper.
Baby, chill, don't worry about that. You don't need a real job. Forget about all the problems. You can go call your mama. Tell her you married to the mob. This one is a real vibe. Lay back, enjoy the ride.
Okay, this song's actually cool so far. Let's just skip to Quavo's verse, see what he's saying.
Paying you, I'm late for work. My excuse, I pay for twerk. She prefer we playing Turks. It's a pay-per-view, don't play with her. No, drunk off X, it was supposed to be perks.
Let me get my paper right.
Say she the voice who she supposed to be Dirk.
Then come out, let's play tonight.
How about I ask you this question first?
It's just weird because it's like you can tell on certain songs Kanye just cares. Like he's actually trying to like properly integrate somebody else into the song, like bounce off of them, like give appropriate, you know, like inputs here and there throughout their verse. Like he's not even making it about himself. Like it all kind of flows together. And Quavo coming in with a little bit of a melody here. Like I'm impressed. Like I'm actually impressed. And next we have probably my favorite song on the album.
Her body like the Wild Wild West. What if you done found out, yeah? Riding in the big God bless. She's all in front of. It's a hell of a time.
It's like some of these beats just have so much more love in them. Like you can just tell that they were made with care. Like it sounds like a song that you make because you actually want people to vibe with it. Some of these other songs are jokes, and it's just weird that they're on the same album.
Are you not entertained? Who's not entertained by my pain? Who ain't cash a check on my name? When my campaign turned to campaign, I burned $8 billion to take off my chains. Burn, baby, burn. Sometimes it hurts, I guess I never learned. To who would make us turn the CEO of the firm? It's not some Westbrook Sherm with big worm. Man, a couple wrong turns could fry you forever. It's a permanent perm. You charge it for cookie, that's bang for your buck. If you're kissing on the mouth, you ain't charging enough. You heard I was flying them out. They was trying for clout. I was dying of gout. Man, the world gone mad. Heard R. Kelly in the next Balenciaga ad.
Okay, that's enough. But the rap verse that we get from Ye here, the lyrics actually go. Like, it's one thing to be catchy and to actually have some punchlines, but we also have like a semi-decent rhyme scheme, and we actually have some like prevalent bars talking about paying $8 billion to pay off the chain, talking about how people are entertained by his pain.
$8 billion to take off the chain.
It's vulnerable, but it's also fun. Like, it's honest, and it's very Kanye West. Like, it's very authentic, but it's also thoughtful, but it's also ridiculous. And I feel like it's just kind of the perfect blend of what you would want from a Kanye West verse at any given time. And Ty Dolla $ign obviously comes through with a more inspired performance on his end too. Probably the best song on the album. So there's like 3 songs that we like so far. Like that's all I got. You let me know. Next song is
I'm tryna fuck something right now. That little hoe, she tryna fuck something right now. I'm tryna fuck something right now. That little hoe, she tryna fuck something right now.
Can't quite pin down a central theme when it comes to the specific track, but we're gonna keep listening and see if we can pick up on these breadcrumbs.
Shawty wanna fuck, whoa. I'ma let her hop on some. Shawty wanna fuck, whoa. I'ma let her hop on some.
Okay, I'm from the future, and if you like the beginning of the song, that's pretty much what the entire song is. We're gonna move on. We'll give it half a point. Actually, I'm totally kidding.
I'm never listening to that song again. Okay, this next song is called Vultures, which is also the title of this album. So I feel like this is the song most worthy of dissection, and hopefully it lets us know kind of what the artist's intention is with this project. So I'm really excited to break down some of these lyrics because I want to find out what we're doing here. Cool. Let's skip to Kanye's part.
And with the foolishness, I'm anti-Semitic. I just fucked a Jewish bitch.
Did you know Kanye is a father?
3 for 11 is a bad shooting night.
Here's a freebie. I have never heard a song so many times involuntarily while also learning none of the lyrics. The only thing I know about this song is that, well, first of all, the beat is undeniable. Fine. But I know that at some point he yells that he's Ye Kelly, and at that point I knew we had lost the plot.
Now I'm Ye Kelly, bitch. Now I'm Bill Cosby, bitch. Now I'm Puff Daddy Rich. That's me, to me, rich.
R. Kelly actually got convicted for real crimes. Bill Cosby actually was drugging people and like assaulting them. Diddy is down so bad that the words "no Diddy" have actually made their way into like common phraseology. Like, it's bad. These are not bars that I would be proud of. And people are saying that this is the best song on the album. It's like, yeah, I guess it's fun to listen to if you don't listen to anything that anyone's saying throughout the entire song. Nobody is denying that Kanye is a great producer, but if at this point all we can really talk about is how good the beat is, then what makes you any different than Metro? shut your whole ass up and make some drums. The next song is called Beg Forgiveness, and forgive me, it's 6 minutes long, and I will not be listening to it. I read almost every single comment on every single post and every single video that I've gotten, and nobody cares about this song, so why would I care about this song? I'm going to look through some of the lyrics to see if there's anything redeemable, but if we just immediately cut into the next song, then you know that it was a fruitless endeavor, and just because I wasted my time doesn't mean you need to waste yours. The next song is Problematic. I accidentally read some lyrics from Problematic before I actually took the time to download the song, and rather than us listening to the song, I'm just going to share some of the highlights from this track because I find them to be gross. I'm gonna take all my baldies to Giorgio Baldi's Throw My Dick a Party. Ew! It should not be legal to say these things at 47 years old. I'm not racist, it's a preference. And my bitch looking like a reference? Kanye West is famously divorced from Kim Kardashian, which is unfortunate. Not for him, I don't care. But his children, to have a father like Kanye West that would not love their partner enough to stop acting like a crazy person so that their marriage can succeed and they can have a 2-parent household. But the point of the bar is that Kanye West found another person, like a human being, somebody with their own like values, feelings, morals, ambitions, whatever, and refers to them in this line as a reference. Like they're just a reference to Kim Kardashian. Like he was accepting applications for people that could fill the role. And maybe you don't think this is a big deal, that's fine, but, maybe if you've ever had a relationship end before and then you start a new relationship with another woman, maybe ask her how she would feel about being referred to as a reference to another person that you used to be with, because I don't know. I mean, I wouldn't do it. Only other thing I'd like to draw your attention to is, there is an interesting bar here where he says, if I seen you outside with the open toes, you might get you a trip to the Poconos. You might have to tell your man a Pinocchio. That was a jokey joke.
It was one of the worst.
I would never release this publicly, even as a comedic endeavor. It's horrible. I'm reading the lyrics right now to the last song on the album. It is titled King, and I don't think it's worth my time. I don't think it's worth your time. It's bad. You'll just have to take my word for it. And I feel like now that we've gotten this far, let's take a look at our scoreboard. We had 15 songs total. I really can only tolerate 4 of them, only have 3 to 2 of them still in my rotation. Whose GOAT is this? I always expected that people would get better with time. They would become more talented. They would perfect their craft. They would sharpen their tools. It's like Kanye has the tools, but he just like locked them in a closet somewhere and then left and moved out of the house that the closet was in, and then somebody burned down the house. And I was gonna review Vultures 2 today, and it was gonna be one big episode, and I am absolutely just exhausted. Like you probably noticed at some point I just didn't want to listen to the songs anymore because they were just so like offensive on every level. Like it's so hit or miss. You don't know if you're going to get like a radio smash, something actually that has any sort of substance or meaning, or if you're just gonna get slop. People talking about buying other people, beginning new relationships based off of a reference. It's all nonsense features that add nothing to the overall value of the album. The only reason it's not a waste of time is because I hope that in the past 34 minutes, you may have become privy to just how bad Vultures 1 was. And if I do talk about Vultures 2, it's going to be a lot less. I'm not going to try as hard as I did this time, to be honest, because I wanted to give this a fair shot, and frankly, I'm just like disappointed in myself for even taking the time to look into these lyrics, taking time to try and like critique this fairly. I mean, I gave it the best shot that I could. After the first time I listened to it, first of all, I didn't finish the album. The very first time I listened to it, I think after like Back to Me, no. I think after Hood Rat, Back to Me and then Hood Rat, that was just way too much. Those two songs back to back, I was like, this is cruel. I'm trying to have a good day. Like, I don't want to do it. And then it took me months to come back to it. And now today was the first time I actually really tried to get all the way through the album. And frankly, I'm full of regret. If you like this content, if you've made it this far, gosh darn it. If you're on YouTube, like the video, please. Also, if you're on Apple Podcasts, please leave a 5-star rating. And if you want to become a member, that is the best way to support the show. There's 100% chance that this episode is not going to be monetized because I stole off Kanye's music, so I could say that he was bad at making it. So if you want to become a member, it's literally $1 to support the show. You get access to exclusive posts, and one of those exclusive posts picked the outro that you're about to hear. It's me. Love you, mean it.
Leave a comment.
Cracking my windshield, I'm pissed off. If you a hater, get lost.
Get lost.
Yeah, it's my show and I'm in charge. Don't eat lemon pepper wings, but I'm the big boss. Please cut me slack, man, need a discount. About to jump off the roof, that's a dismount. I'm just playing. I'm okay.
Okay, but like, are you though?
Sorry for the pause, that's awkward. Start a podcast, cause I knew I was a talker. Yeah, my girl love me, but she's sick of my voice. And you know I'm pro-choice, so she do what she want. Why they hate when I get political? I'm a deep thinker, that's critical. Way too serious for a dude not getting paid. Man, I really need a shave. You know what sucks? Most of season 2 of Dave. Taking shots, but I skip out on the bar. Every single show, I swear I wanna raise the bar. Hope you listen close so you never miss the bar. Say the same thing, but I'm still going.